Want to see a lettuce at CPAC? I get it. I get it. I get your clever little joke. I understand what you're on about.
Now, in Britain, we are one of the few countries that still...
Now, this is what the American conservative movement needs to revitalize itself. This is the hard-hitting, popular right-wing figure that will inject energy into this party.
...have a conservative government. But the left did not accept that they'd lost at the ballot box. Instead, they've been weaponizing our court system to stop us deporting illegal immigrants. They've been using the administrative state.
Remember how I've said so many times that fascism is the most globalist ideology because it spreads primarily through the interests of the bourgeoisie, and the bourgeoisie have the easiest time communicating their capital and ideological interests? Notice how, like, she just effortlessly shifts into right-wing talking points. The administrative state? Pardon me, Brits, can you tell me, is that a term you guys use across the pond? I know that's like a global term, like the administrative state is a general term, but I've never heard a British person say the administrative state when talking about, like, the left controlling the UK or whatever.
To make sure that conservative policies are thwarted.
No, it's called the civil service in the UK. Yeah, it's just like, and the way she's talking about election interference, it's remarkable how, like, easily conservatives shift, you know? American cultural hegemony, let's go. We really are the source of everything wrong.
And they've been pushing their woke agenda through our schools, through our campuses, and even in our corporations. Now, I thought that companies in the free market...
How do people even respect her? Well, nobody does, but I think what they're betting on is that the average American has no idea how unpopular she is in the UK, right? Like, CPAC is about, you know, American conservatives, sponsored by Rumble.
Meant to be about giving people jobs, giving people opportunities, making money, making profits, creating wealth for our country. But no, we've got a new kind of economics now in the West. It's called wokenomics.
I can't do this. I was going to cover some of the CPAC stuff later, but I did see that apparently Thirsty for Views, the CPAC broadcast that infamous, what was it, 2017 DSA conference from Atlanta?
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him.
Was this shown at the DSA? This has the Daily Caller mark on the top right. I don't know if this was shown at the... sorry, was this shown at CPAC, or was this just, like, recently reincorporated? I'm not sure. 2019, not 2017?
Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we...
Okay, leaving aside the laughing at the DSA thing, which is fine, you know. You know how fascists do the whole our enemy is both strong and weak thing? So, like, the Daily Caller has to treat the left like they're a bunch of lunatic Antifa, like, property-destroying terrorists who burn cities down. But also, it's like, well, they're actually a bunch of, like, weak snowflakes, you know? They shift back and forth as needed.
Just keep the chatter to a minimum. It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
This is so old. I literally just said it's from 2019. Why does there are people in chat saying this is old, this is old? Yeah, what do you think? Did you think 2019 was some kind of, like, code word, or like a serial number referring to how many DSA meetings there have been, or did you think I was referring to the date?
Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
You know what? I think, wait, I can't say that person's a king, can I? Well, I think that person is a non-gendered monarch. You know what? Go off. Hell yeah. I'm coming around on this, okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is another one of those, like, IRL GTA moments. You know what I mean? Where you can't tell if the world is doing a bit.
Quick point of privilege once again. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing.
How can the Daily Caller reconcile this with their depiction of American socialists as like crazy city burning Black Lives Matter rioter types, you know? How do they parse that? It really is a wonder. Yeah. This is 7 out of 10 leftist campus groups. Well, they're not usually this bad, but yeah.
It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance.
These people are awesome, dude. How do you have anxiety issues but also have the stones to get up to the mic in front of the crowd and chastise everyone? Like, I don't really have anxiety, and I wouldn't want to get in front of the mic to chastise everyone. You know, like I wouldn't do that. I think even if I wanted to, I'd be too embarrassed. So maybe, I don't know, maybe these people are more confident than we could ever fathom. Maybe we're just getting styled on right now, you know?
As a delegate, okay? Your need to express yourself is important, but your need to express yourself should not trump or over. Like,
I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not.
This is such a, like, I have photos from the Spanish Civil War pinned up like in my bedroom, and I use it as like inspo every day I wake up, you know? This is such a classic fit. I could see you wearing that. No, it's a good fit. Like, I mean, it's very like LARPy, but it's a good fit, you know? I mean, it looks good. Wait, is this still CPAC? Yes, these are all conservatives.
Not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this, and that's really important because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these.
Look at this poor guy sitting here on the side. This guy's been a union organizer since like 1998 or something, and he's like, damn, we're not gonna make it.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disabilities. You don't know who it is that is having a more difficult time navigating this space, and this space was not created with all of their needs in mind. So it's up to us to modify that space to make sure that...
I don't know, man. I've met some insane old people in DSA. Yeah, like Bob Avakian cultists or whatever, yeah.
Everybody is able to move in the ways that they need to move. And additionally with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? Because there's all sorts of things. If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate.
It's like kindergarten. It's like everyone's in the auditorium hall in elementary school, and the teacher's like giving them kind of guidelines on how to behave. Do they go through this song and spiel every week? No. This was like an especially embarrassing incident. This is the one DSA meeting that everyone knows about because it got so infamous. Which is part of my issue with the DSA, right? The fact that it's decentralized and doesn't have much control over how it operates means that any like specific embarrassing thing that happens, even if it's not at all the majority of things that happen, get kind of drawn out and made, you know, the center of attention. Wait, Vosh, is this real? It's real. Yeah.
To each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? Please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent.
That's crazy, dog. Yeah, entering the quiet room to rip a fat one. Facetious, thank you for the 25 tier 1 subs, man. You know, nothing like this to remind you all why I exist in the left, I guess, and why I am the way I am. And this is why I left the left. In fairness, this was like an especially embarrassing incident. The reason why I've advocated people join the DSA before is to make it less like that. You know what I mean? The problem is that like a bunch of people in the DSA don't actually do activism. They just want like a core social space. And social spaces, generally speaking, are supposed to be comfortable. And, you know, the desire for comfort and the desire to do activism are two, like, basically, like, mutually exclusive. Like, there are two directions to push in that are going to lead you in opposite paths. So, yeah. They want to talk about communist theory no one's given a fuck about for decades. Well, that's just leftism broadly. You know, they love doing that shit. I think that, all political spaces should have a designated loud room and a designated quiet room, so you can alternate between them as your mood shifts. Like if you go nonverbal at the function, you can chill out in the quiet room, but then if you want to, like, I don't know, scream into a pillow, you can do it in the loud room. Just sort of shift back and forth. I want a designated aggressive scent room. Yeah, anytime you have to blast one, you have to go in there. If somebody comes over and they're wearing too much like Axe body spray, they just have to stay in there until they get like fumigated, basically.